Welcome back, everyone. I have officially ended my first video, and now I'm going to start my second video. Aren't you lucky? If you're still with me, you're either laughing at me or find me interesting in some way. I laugh at me a lot, so don't feel bad. I started this recording exactly 30 seconds after I ended my last one. Probably gonna make this the second episode. Probably be the last episode for tonight. I started fairly late at night, but I had to do all my sound checks and whatnot. So we have quite a few things that'll have to get done in this episode. I'm going to try to get a lot of things accomplished, although it's not going to be very simple given the rugged terrain. First thing we're going to do is find all those sticks that I made that I said I had too many of, and there they are. And we're going to make ourselves a hoe. Achievement get, time to farm. By the way, if you're anything like me, and let's hope not, because that would be kind of scary, because I'd like to think I'm unique, and I think a lot of other people would like to think that I'm unique as well. See, here's that famous thing I was talking about last episode. I forget things. I lose track of stuff. I have no idea what I was just trying to say. And I could actually stop right now and go back and check with the recordings, but as I said before, I don't have any editing software, so, well, it is what it is. If you're anything like me, then you'll know that wouldn't be a good thing. Okay, well, we're going to assume that we're going to have... we'll have to do this over here so we have access to the water. And that's going to be hard because this is going to be sand. The first line of creeper defense. Snowballs. If they mess with me, I will hit them with a snowball. And I will be the winner of the Darwin Award. Anyone who doesn't know what the Darwin Award is, the Darwin Award is a award for being incredibly stupid, essentially. It is for doing something that is so stupid that you are worthy of being awarded for being so stupid. One of the things that is required to get the Darwin Award is that you take yourself out of the gene pool. You stop yourself from being able to breed. Most of the time that involves either sterilization or death. And a lot of the Darwin Award winners are dead. I think it's the Darwin Award. Do I have that wrong? I don't think I have that wrong, but I might have that wrong. Well, in any case, if I have it wrong, I'm sorry to the Darwin people, but I'm fairly certain that Darwin's law is survival of the fittest, and typically people who do stupid things and get themselves killed are not, they're the ones that are naturally weeded out, is the best way to put it. I think maybe even the nicest way to put it. So I have no idea where I was going with that, and I know I was trying to make a point, but what point it was, I have no idea. Nope, don't want that there. My preferred terrain is meadows biome. I actually don't really like the snow very much. I tend to like to have it be a meadows biome, closely bordered by a desert biome. I think that the combination of those two is a good thing to have. So, yeah. Not ideal, but at least I know that there's more than just an island. Bad part about this is dealing with the glass. Glass, it's ice, but it might as well be glass, right? It's just glass that breaks into water. Good, clay. My understanding of things is that when you want to get started with the Tinker's Construct mod, you need gravel, which is why earlier in the first episode you saw me gathering up a bunch of gravel. You need gravel, clay, air. You know, air is always good. Drowning is bad. But you need access to clay, gravel, and sand, so that you can make your Tinker's Construct ore processing device. I believe it's called a smeltery. So, once I gather enough of this to build a beginner's smeltery, we will be able to start processing ores. Now, of course, you can always just throw your ores directly into a furnace and process them that way, but when you put them through the smeltery, one block of ore is worth 2 ingots instead of just 1. And there I go in the water again. So, that being the case, it's better to process them with the smeltery. That way you get 2 ingots instead of 1. Cuts down mining time, generally cooler to, you know, get double worth. Now we have a rocky beehive, or I assume that's a rocky beehive. It was an ultimate. Ultimate never got the newer versions of the bees. There was reference to them, but if they existed, I was not aware of how to get to them. Like the sorceress bee, the Stark bee, the aura bee, and so on. I probably won't do a whole lot with those particular setups because I know... Okay, I thought for a second a sheep was killing me. I know that in the next version of Feed the Beast for 1.6 that they're going to change that particular mechanic around quite a bit. Okay, that's appetite. I was looking up to try and figure out what that was. There's another new ore I don't know anything about. Appetite is otherwise known as fertilizer for those who don't know. Nothing we're going to use dealing with appetite for now, and well, it only took the first little bit. Here's our first creeper. There's 2 creepers, and one blew the other one up, which is fine by me. Lava? Lava's good. Okay, well, we seem to have the beginnings of a cave system. Probably a shallow one, but all the same, good. And now I'm wandering off course, and I'm gonna get lost, and then I'm gonna get blown up by a creeper sneaking up behind me. Apparently not this time, but give them a chance, give them a chance. It's what they do. Okay, well, there's some snowy bees. What I really want to find is a village, and the village that I want to find should have a beekeeper villager who I can then steal his apiaries so I can start with bees. I actually kind of have this thing for bees. I really like playing with them. They seem to be a lot of fun for me. And what am I doing? I can't do that. I need the gravel too. I know I mined up a bunch of it. Alright. Sand. Did I mention I liked having a desert nearby? I like having a desert nearby. Lots of sand is always nice to have. I love these force mitts. They make this so easy. It's like using a diamond shovel. For those of you who are aware of... Oops. Okay, well, that's the end of the force mitt. And it left me with a force shard. I knew that the force mitt would break, and I knew that it would give me the force shard. However, I did not. Wow, that was close. I do not actually know what will happen with a force shard. If it's used to recreate the mitts, or if it's used to... It says it creates power in a generator. Go figure. Whatever that means. Alrighty. Sand and gravel. Gets a sprout. Okay, we're gonna make all of that we can. Ooh, we can make more. Didn't realize I got that much clay. Well, at least we have that, and we wound up running out of sand, and that's fine. We're gonna actually let's make 2 of these. It's gonna be a while before we get to anything better than this, so might as well make the best of what we have. Alright, so we cooked the grout, and that should give us seared bricks. Seared bricks are going to be used to make seared brick blocks. Kind of like you take clay and you burn it, and that makes brick bricks. And then you take the brick bricks, if this makes any sense, and you conform them to make brick blocks. I'll explain more about that when we get them cooked up a little bit, but it'll be fairly easy to see. We're going to keep this as a very general setup for now. I'm not going to make it very big because, like I said before, we will be moving it probably very shortly. So what I was talking about, you cook the grout. When you cook the grout, you get seared bricks. So then you take the seared bricks and you put them in a square like this, and you get seared bricks. So, and apparently you get Mighty Smelting by Thrall Magan. I'm going to assume that that has something to do with Tinkerer's Construct, because the book appeared when I made this. Alright, well, in the meantime, while that stuff is getting prepared, I'm going to dig out a section here to put my smeltery in. In the meantime, while that's being cooked, I'm going to break a pickaxe and go, wow, I didn't bring my spirit with me. Thankfully, it's not far away. And we'll go one more layer. It's actually fairly impressive how quickly you burn through time doing this. I really thought that, you know, first 2 episodes I'd be further along. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've got another 15 minutes left for, well, roughly 15 minutes left for this episode. But, it just didn't seem like it would take this long to do the general setup. Alright, so we're going to use cobblestone to map this out. You're going to have 3 bricks there, 3 bricks there. That means that we're going to have the 3 in the center here. Also, I'm going to leave these open because here in just a second I'm going to turn around and make the bricks necessary to fill these in and then fill them in. And then we're going to have... Wow, we're going to have a space issue. I should have moved it back even further. But that's okay, we'll deal with it as we can. More seared bricks, and more seared bricks. Alrighty, so we got 42. We're going to split these, and we're going to have more seared bricks. Alrighty, so I don't have the exact count of how many of these we need. I know we need 9. 10, 11, 12, 15, 18, I believe is what we're going to need in the beginning, is 18 bricks, and then some specific things to actually make the functionality work. In the meantime, we're going to check the functionality of what bricks are necessary for the functionality of this particular multi-block structure. Okay, which one is this? This is, okay, getting started. If y'all are worried about reading this, you can always pause the video and read it. I'm gonna scan through it. I'm really just worried about the... Oh, I will need this. Thankfully, it's a book. I can come back to it anytime I want. Tool station, tool forge made with the tool station. That's going to require a bunch of iron. I don't have any iron yet. Punji stick. Like that. Oh, here's it showing us how to make what we already are making. Ah, here we go. The smeltery controller, we'll need one of those for the smeltery. We're also going to need... no, we don't need to know how to make this book. And no, we don't need to know how to make that book. Okay. We're going to need the smeltery control. Ah, here we go. Smeltery's multi-block structure. One smeltery controller, one seared tank. The tank, I think I'm going to need glass for. Well, let's just go off one here. Wow, they kind of already covered this in the other book. Well, this has more to it then. At least that's something, right? A little bit more information. So, yeah. Okay, so we are going to need some glass, so I'm going to have to go grab some more sand and cook it up. Seared glass. That's going to be for the gauge. Seared window. Wait a minute. Seared glass. Seared window. Okay, I have no idea what the seared window is supposed to be for. Okay, well, we're definitely going to need more stuff. And well, good, that's done. That's done. And that's almost done, so that's good. Well, let's see, we're going to need 6 more solid bricks. Yeah, 6 more solid. Well, let's see how it works. Okay, then we're going to need a pour, a controller, a basin, okay, this is going to be the pouring control spout. We're going to put that here. We're going to put the main smeltery controller here. And I really didn't need the basin yet, but that's okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, that's right. We need some more glass. And no, we're not even going to do that. Hello. There we go. Okay, now then, I'm going to get my second force mitt out, which is really fortunate to get. We're going to put these up, and for now we're just going to go out and grab some glass, I guess. Grab some sand to make into glass, but you understand the concept. Wow, is there really not going to be a flood here? I am so okay with that. Well, that was almost a mess. Oh wow, these work on coal? Excellent. Okay, well, we're making a royal mess just outside my house. That's going to be a pain in the butt to worry about later, but that's the fun about worrying about it later. You can worry about it later. Alrighty, let's cook up some glass. We won't need that much for now, and I don't want to use up too much coal. And let's see. Let's see. Alright, well, we got way too much crap on our inventory again, so we are just gonna store it. It's gonna be incredibly unorganized for the first little while. We're gonna keep that out. Once I get things generally settled, I'll try to organize things in a way that would actually be functional. I guess functional is really the word I need to use there, because right now it's just open every chest until you find out what you think you actually need. Okay, we should have this like this, if I remember correctly, which never ever count on my memory. Seared glass, okay. Now, we're missing something here. Mighty smelting, okay. Oops. We need the seared tank. That's what we're missing. We're missing the seared tank, and I just made the seared glass instead of the seared tank. Okay, let's find, there it is, seared tank. Ooh, we're gonna need 8 bricks and a piece of glass, and I have 5 bricks. Wonderful, okay. Well, I've got gravel, I've got clay, I've got sand, I've got gravel. Lucky me, I can make some more. Alrighty, well that's good for starts. Gonna need some iron. Unless, well, let's see. We're gonna search for a bucket. Okay, there are all kinds of buckets. These are iron buckets. I don't know what these are though. Mushroom soup bucket. Guess the question is, what are these things made of? And there's just the bucket. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume that we just can't do that, and we're gonna need at least 3 ingots of actual iron. So let us go and venture outside to our inevitable doom. But, well, what fun is it if you don't have inevitable doom? You know, I would really think that spider's been waiting out here this whole time, just itching to get at me. Well, here's your chance. Let's do this. Haha! Now I just gotta watch out for the creeper you were hiding out for. Ooh, iron. Is this gonna work on this? It is. Oh, cripes. Well, at least you didn't blow me up. I told you that spider was hiding for a creeper. Which way was out of here? Okay, up there. Okay, I can't even get out of here effectively at this point. But that's 2 iron. I swear I just heard another creeper start hissing at me. Haha! Oh crap, and a skeleton. I only got 2 iron, dang it. Nice. Nice again. And there's the other iron I need. Ooh, and some quartz. Ah, I can't mine quartz. Okay. Now I just gotta figure out how to get out of here with my booty in tow. Both literally and referring to the treasure of the iron that I just got. Okay, well, there's out, so we're just gonna do this. And I swear to God, creeper blows me up on... I'm telling you, man, it's like I knew it was gonna happen. I swear I knew. At least I'm not dead. Well, that was horribly ironic. As soon as I open my menu to move some bricks down so I can build my way out of here, a creeper's gonna show up right behind me and blow me up. Oh, that could never happen. What are the chances, really? I mean, you open your menu for just a short period of time. The chances of a creeper showing up and blowing you up in that short period of time are apparently pretty good. So yeah, fun stuff. Now that I've had my heart attack. What? Oh. Alrighty, so we're going to cook up these 3 irons so we can make a bucket. And then we're going to go out and see if we can't find that little lava source that was just out in the middle of nowhere. That would be like the absolute most convenient lava source ever. And it really will be too, because, I mean, who would expect to find a lava source in the middle of a frozen plain? So in the meantime, we're going to make this, because this is what is actually going to hold the lava source block, and make our smeltery work. Alrighty. And it really is unbelievable how fast the time goes by. Now, in theory, this is going to work. If this doesn't work, I may have to build a second layer on top of here. If I have to have the second layer, then obviously we won't get this functioning quite yet. But there's the bucket. Does anybody remember where that lava source block was? I think it was out around the back. Ooh, I've got berries. I think it was out around the back. Well, here's the upstairs that was here. Oh, there's the snowy bees, which means, ow, I'm about to jump off a cliff. If you watch my videos for any extended period of time, you'll know that I jump off cliffs frequently. I really don't try to, but it just comes so natural. Maybe I'm part lemming. Okay, well, we're getting dark up. There's some light, and there's the lava. How sweet is that? Yoink. My lava source block. Now I just gotta get around back to home. And wow, we actually are at another 30-minute mark. Well, we're going to run over just a minute so I can, whoops, hole in the ground. And, of course, where do I wind up? But at the bottom of the hole. Told you it happened a lot. What happened to my lava? Okay. I've got to admit, I did not see my lava disappearing into the doorway. Oh, crap. Well, without any lava, I can't go any further, and as long as I can't go any further, well, this seems like a good wrapping up point. We will stop here for now, and, well, I'll record another video when I can. Probably tomorrow morning to midday. For now, I'm going to close up shop and see how long it takes to post this sucker. Thanks for watching. See you later.